All right, so I welcome you to the second part of this lecture, and it's going to be focusing on USGBC and the LEED rating system. And we're going to be looking at a number of definitions of concepts around USGBC, and then we'll be dwelling specifically on the various um, strategies defined under each of the lead rating system. So come with me and let's enjoy this. Okay, good. Like I mentioned before, we'll be focusing on the US Green Building Council USGBC and the lead rating system in this part of the lecture. So we hope to be able to break down all of the subject matters around both definitions. So for our content, USGBC and its values, its mission, vision, and statement, the guiding principles, the USGBC community. We'll talk about the Green Building Certification Incorporation, GBC High, the trademarks of USGBC, the leadership in energy and environmental design as a rating system that is LEED, the certification overview, the various rating systems that are available under LEED, and of course, we'll be wrapping up afterwards. So, here, what is the mission of USGBC? The USGBC is committed to transforming the way our buildings and our communities are designed, the way they are constructed, and the way they are operated. And the instrument for this is through LEED, right? Which is the top third party verification system for sustainable structures around the world. It's a globally recognized platform for measuring green buildings. What is the vision? Buildings and communities will regenerate and sustain the health and vitality of all life within a generation. Winston Churchill said that when we build our environment or we shape our environment then shape us. So the buildings and the communities will regenerate and sustain the health and vitality of all life that is within a generation. The statement of USGBC is essentially to pursue a robust triple bottom line solution that clarifies and strengthens a healthy and dynamic balance between environmental, social, and economic prosperity. Take note of that. Environmental, social, and economic prosperity. Now, pay attention to these seven guiding principles of the USGBC. Now, pay attention not just to the description of the principles, but to the qualification terms for each of them. I'll give you examples as we progress. It will surely show up in your examination. Number one, to promote the triple bottom line. Take note of the exact way as we said. It is not to establish the triple bottom line. It is to promote the triple bottom line. That's the first guiding principle. Secondly, to establish leadership. Take note again, not to promote leadership, not to reconcile leadership, to establish leadership. Number three, to reconcile humanity with nature. To reconcile humanity with nature. That's essentially about promoting harmony between human activities and natural systems, right? That's number three. Number four, to foster social equity. To foster social equity. Number five, guiding principle of the USGBC is to maintain integrity. To maintain integrity. Number six, to be inclusive across different disciplines, sectors, democratic terrains, and all that for a greater common good. So, USGBC is to be inclusive as a guiding principle. And number seven is to exhibit transparency. Number seven, guiding principle is to exhibit transparency. So you need to make sure that you're familiar with these seven guiding principles of the USGBC. Pay attention, you'll come across this in your examination. I'm always excited to share this with as many people I have interaction with on the subject of green building, that USGBC is not just teaching the concepts, it's not just providing education, and it's not just assessing others, it is also leading by example. USGBC is leading by example. This is the headquarters of the USGBC, and it's a triple platinum certified building. Yes, LEED certification level platinum, true certification level platinum, well certification level platinum. And as this USGBC is saying, we are going to be the front runner of the strategies that we are championing, so that it's easy to convince others that that's the way to go, right? Now, again, here I would like you to pay attention to the various components of the USGBC community. USGBC has a community, and there are different formations that constitute what is described as the USGBC community. First off is chapters. Chapters has given USGBC an opportunity for broader participation from both local and national, constituents. They provide resources, education, leadership opportunities for individuals who are interested in the green building, and then gives the members of these local chapters an opportunity to connect with experts in the area, to come together in developing local green building strategies, and to also pay visits to green building projects and be inspired. So chapters will be the first component of the USGBC community that we're going to be where we are talking about. And then we have conferences, which is Green Build, and this is an annual conference. It's been on since 2002, and it's been very exceptional in the kind of content that is provided for participants. Very exhaustive educational sessions, tours, special seminars, and the like. So we have workshops. So we mentioned chapters, part of what makes the community tick. We mentioned conferences, the Green Build. Now we're talking about workshops, educational workshops that are conducted by top green building partners of USGBC, either virtually or in person, nationally, internationally, and all that. And these sessions address diverse needs of lead practitioners, explore topics that are specific to various typologies of buildings, different areas of professional expertise and issues bordering on market and economics on LEED certified projects. So, like I said, chapters, the conferences, we'll talk about workshops, and there's the lead steering committees that provide support for rating systems. It's essentially comprising of USGBC staff and volunteers. And so, take note of this. This is because the standards are always re-evaluated and reassessed by these committees and advisory groups to ensure that we always have the best of lead. Okay, now in this session, we're talking about the GBC. Take note also about what GBCI means. Don't get confused about the full meaning of the acronym GBCI. It is not Green Building Certification Institute, neither is it Green Business Certification Institute. It is Green Business Certification Incorporation. Green Business Certification Incorporation. And this is the foremost certification and credentialing organization in the green business and sustainable sector. They exclusively take responsibility for the provision of project certifications and credentials to professionals in lead, edge, peer, well site, and so on. They have over 300 full-time technical experts and consultants who specialize in architecture, engineering, building management, and they are known to be committed to quality and transparency. So their credibility is globally established. Okay, so the summary is that USGBC provides the education, the training, and the support for literacy system, while GBCI handles the certification and the credentialing. So your exam is going to be administered by GBCI and not USGBC. Okay, so please take note of that. They also what we call the USGBC trademarks, and there's a guideline that has been provided by USGBC for their proper usage so that abuse is avoided. Um, the official organizational name, the official name is the US Green Building Council. You need to take note of this because questions will come around this. It is not the United States Green Building Council. It is the US Green Building Council, and the official acronym is USGBC, not USAGBC. No, USGBC. LEED is an acronym for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, and of course, it's a registered trademark of the US Green Building Council. So avoid calling yourself a leader when you get LEED accredited. No, you are a LEED accredited professional, or a project is LEED certified. It is not a LEED project, but it is a LEED certified project. You need to take note of this. You will also come across this. There is no such thing as a LEED product or a LEED material. So don't let vendors or suppliers or manufacturers confuse you that this is a LEED sanitary ware, or this is a LEED faucet, or this is a LEED shower head. There are no such things as LEED products, but there are products that contribute to satisfy specific credit requirements. There are products that contribute to your ability or positioning in complying with the requirements for meeting certain credits that are defined. So they are not LEED products, they are only products that facilitates your ability to obtain the specific credit requirement. So you need to take note of that. So projects are certified and not accredited, and professionals are accredited and not certified. So please pay attention to this as we make progress. Now, LEED, which is Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, was developed as a rating system to provide third-party verification for green buildings. This need was identified by members of the US Green Building Council after it was established in 1993. So, in response to that need, a committee was set up within a year that comprised of professionals. Don't forget, we said that USGBC programs are committee based. Professionals such as architects, real estate agents, and all to give their own input on the rating system based on their expertise. And then the first program was launched in 1998, which is 5 years after USGBC was formed. And then we've had a lot of versions since that time up to November 2013, where the lead version 4, which is the current version that is in use, was launched. So that is how lead came about. Okay, so right here we talk about the importance of LEED certification. First of all, it's good to mention that LEED is a comprehensive rating system. While numerous organizations offer benchmark strategies and techniques to evaluate performance, buildings and all that, none compares to the comprehensive nature of LEED. In fact, LEED, it is the only rating system that utilizes a synergistic and interrelated combination of strategies in a way that minimizes trade-offs for sustainable solutions. LEED is that system. Also, LEED is a reliable benchmark and verification system. To obtain a LEED certificate for a building, it will undergo various performance tests and verifications to ensure that the applied strategies are commissioned and functioning properly. So these two, definitions or qualifications of how much LEED is globally reputed is why it is important to have the LEED certification. Also, LEED certification drives change in manufacturing and industry, because more projects are striving towards LEED certification. There is that impact it has on industry, right? Manufacturers are altering their product compositions to meet the requirements of LEED. This is now giving us materials that are more environmentally sensitive. And this has also led to the increase in the use of recycled content, as well as reuse and salvage materials. And then people are beginning to embrace more and more renewable and regional materials for projects in their domain. Also, LEED certified new construction buildings have higher occupancy and rent compared to the non-certified buildings. So there's a high demand for LEED certified buildings in the market. So that's another reason why the LEED certification is very important. So this time around, we're going to be looking at how LEED works and how its certification arrived at. There's a point system that awards points for implementing different sustainable strategies. The points are, of course, awarded according to the level of compliance. So the points earned determine the project's rating level, certified, silver, gold, or platinum. And for LEED credentials, it's become very increasingly popular among professionals such as architects, engineers, builders, and so on. And all over the world, there are thousands of professionals that are currently holding LEED credentials, and you are joining that unique community very soon. So I've been mentioning the three levels that LEED credentials come in, each varying in depth of knowledge, the mode of examination, the requirements, and also the benefits. The LEED Green Associate, which is the one we are focusing on in this lecture, is the one that expresses a basic understanding of green design, construction, and operations. So a LEED GA possesses general knowledge of the LEED process, the green building strategies, and how this is related to the LEED rating system. Plus, there's a 2-hour exam between the LEED Green Associate candidate and his credential. Okay, and this is of course mandatory for you to be eligible for the LEED Accredited Professional exams. So what is that LEED Accredited Professional about? And that is the professional credential with specialty. I am a LEED Accredited Professional for building design and construction, which is the LEED AP BD+C. But there are 4 others apart from that specialty. They have LEED AP O+M, focusing on operations and maintenance, LEED AP Interior Design and Construction, which is the LEED AP ID+C, and we have the LEED AP Homes, as well as the LEED AP Neighborhood and Development, that is LEED AP ND. Alright, and then the 3rd level is the LEED Fellow, which is the highest level of accreditation for the most exceptional professionals in the green building industry. Nominees must have a minimum of 10 or more years of professional green building experience. Of course, they are nominated by their peers. And you must have held a LEED specialty credential for a cumulative of 8 years to be eligible for the LEED Fellow category. So next is the benefits of LEED credentials. What do we stand to gain from the LEED credentials? It's important to mention that becoming a LEED professional gives you expertise on how to implement sustainable strategies, thereby contributing to your environment and being part of the green building community, which is a distinguished community. And so you have mastered how to use LEED as a framework for implementing the holistic plans that lead to environmental and economic gains. So the benefits are truly enormous. Then this is an overview of LEED certifications. Don't forget I said buildings or projects are certified, professionals are accredited. So let's take a look at what happens when a building gets LEED certification. Buildings can obtain LEED certification by meeting the criteria stipulated in LEED credit, earning a set of points that are commensurate with the level of certification they achieve. Those certification levels are certified, which is the lowest level, with 40 to 49 points. meaning that below 40 points, you can't have LEED certification. The silver certification level demands 50 to 59 points, and the gold certification level demands 60 to 79 points, while the highest certification level, which is platinum, requires 80 points and above. 80 points and above. So these are the various certification levels for projects in LEED. There's some other, areas of compliance required depending on the rating system that is concerned. So while we have spoken about the importance of LEED certification, it is good to also talk about the benefits. A LEED certificate assures a building's performance in various areas, such as lighting quality, outdoor views, air quality, and all this resulted in a cleaner, healthier indoor environment for occupants. Yeah, in some instances, the initial cost of LEED certification may be slightly higher compared to non-LEED certified buildings. That's due to materials and consultation expenses, but the operational costs are lower over a building's life period because of the steps that have been taken. So the higher investment provides an opportunity to market the building's environmental and sustainable characteristics and the impact on the surroundings. So at the end, the benefits outweigh the investment, right? The benefits will definitely outweigh the investment, and there is definitely return on the investment, both to the environment and also the planet, and even economically, right? So those are the benefits of LEED certification. Okay, sir. Like we also mentioned, the LEED rating systems. These slides will speak a little bit more to the various LEED rating systems. We have 4 main categories. There are subcategories essentially designed to suit different building typology and different community needs. There are reference guides that support and facilitate your compliance with the defined requirements for each category. For example, the LEED BC+C is a comprehensive rating system for new construction and major renovations, right? With the option of applying for operations and maintenance certification later. In this case, at least 60% of the project's gross floor area should be complete as certification to be eligible, except for core and shell projects, which we'll speak a little about as we progress. It is also applicable for major renovations in existing buildings. Maybe you want to change the HVAC systems or work on the building envelope and others. So this rating system is awarded only once, meaning a building can receive it on that score. Because you remember we said the building is not relocated for it to be qualified for LEED certification. It's on a permanent site. Okay. Then we have the LEED homes and multifamily low-rise, and this is essentially buildings that have from 1 to 3 stories only. So these are some of the LEED rating system. And again, we still have LEED for multifamily mid-rise. These are consisting of 4 to 8 stories. 4 to 8 stories. So project near 8 stories can decide whether they want to go for new construction or multifamily after their, of course, final out and consultation from USGBC. We also have LEED for operations and maintenance, which is for existing buildings that require construction improvements or enhancement in their operations and functions to be sustainably managed. Of course, like I mentioned before, for projects that will undergo a complete fit out to their interior spaces, the applicable rating system is a LEED for interior design and construction, LEED ID+C. And then finally, we have the LEED for neighborhood development, LEED ND, which is a rating system for the entire community in the urban scale for new development projects or redevelopment projects, either or not they contain residential buildings. Under the LEED ND categories, you have different categories: the smart location and linkage, labeled pattern and design, green infrastructure, and building. In the next slide, we are going to be drawing a conclusion to this part of our lecture. So in conclusion, LEED process is an integrated and synergetic one that includes all stakeholders. Nobody's left out. Ensuring that all disciplines are coordinated in a way that promotes sustainable practices and ensures zero discrepancy design and construction is achievable. Some jurisdictions and local authorities are already considering LEED as a compulsory part of their contract documents. This is to ensure compliance with environmental standards and strategies that are applicable and verifiable. So this is for our lecture on USGBC and the LEED rating system. In the next part of our lecture, we're going to be dwelling more on the minimum project requirements or program requirements of LEED as we move forward in our understanding of the LEED certification process. See you guys.